So we did the case of yesterday. We did the case of known and unknown population for one mean and one sample, and for both two tail and one tail. So today I want us to move to known population. So tutapata swali kama ya known population. I hope tutapata. In the case of known population, with the two mean, two mean, and two samples. So the case of known population with the two mean and two sample. So this one let's call it mean difference, but it is two mean and difference. So mostly we have two mean and two sample. So step for known and unknown. Let's start with unknown because tuko na swali kwa past paper ya unknown nimeona. You get after baadaye. So we do the question for April 2022. Question number 3B. In the case of unknown population, the total sample and the mean difference. So just open the past paper. Let us open the past paper. For April 2022, question number 3B. And I hope it is visible. Sawa. Let us open our past paper. So April 2022. The question is 3B. So the first step, we start by setting the hypothesis. So we start by stating the hypothesis. Let me see that on April 2022. What? Mbona sipati? April. Oh, in August nimefungua. So April 2022 question number 3B. Yes. So the following information relates to the operating life of two brands, mobile A and B. We have the mean life of A and B, standard deviation in days, and we have the sample size, and we have the sample size, which is 200, which is 200 and 200. Now, so this is a case of, now this is the case for known population. This one is not unknown. Okay, sorry, here too. It is for known population. Reason why? Because the reason why I say known population, this case is for known population with a difference between the mean. The reason why I say kwa sababu we have the mean for the population, we have the standard deviation for the population for the two. So the following information is to operating life of two brands A and B. So that mean life, and then the sample size is more than 200. It is more than 30, and therefore we are supposed to use the Z statistics. So when we use the Z statistics, then most of the population is known because the sample size is large. So in most cases, when the sample size is more than 30, then the population is known. So we start by stating the hypothesis. We state the hypothesis. So we state the hypothesis. Now in this case, our HO and our H1. So what will be our HO? Now our HO, the mean 70-30 for A equals to 1684. Then for alternative, 1730 is not equal to 1684. That was the first step. Step number 2, we come up with significance level by level. Significance level. Now for significance level, it is 5%. Once you get a significant level, step number 3, test statistics. Test statistics. Now our test statistics is Z. Because it is for known population, and the sample size is more than 30. So this is the formula. X bar for sample A. So the sample difference, we call it mean difference B. Then we divide by standard deviation over square root of n plus standard deviation over square root of n. Now in this case, our z itakuwa tutasema pale juu 1730 minus 1684 over the standard deviation 102 over square root of 200 plus 108 over the square root of 200. So what will be the Z? Find the Z. Find the Z. So itakuwa ni kama kusema niliosema this one is 1730 minus 1684, which is 46 over 102 divided by out of 200. 7.2 plus ndio mwingine ni 108. 7.6 4 itakuwa ni 46 divided by 7.21 plus 7.64. So it is 3.0 98. So that's our Z. After we come up with our Z, then you need to find step next. It's our decision rule. Decision rule. Step next is our decision rule. Decision rule. So what will be our decision rule? Our decision rule. So tunachora hiyo nini yetu hapa. Tunasema ni two tail na ni Z. So any point this side we are supposed to reject. We reject H1 as the alternative. Hapo katikati we are supposed to accept HO. Then the other part we reject H1. Now, so our alpha equal is 0.05 divided by 2, 0.02. So that is 0.025 divided by 0.95. 0.95. We need to find the positive, the figure in the table. Tunatumia the Z table. Tunatumia the Z table. So from our Z table, so unaenda kwa table yetu. So from the Z table, from inside you find this figure, which figure 0.5 minus 0.025 ya katikati, which is 0. This one will be equal to what? 0.5 minus 0.05, 0.45. Tunaenda kwa table. Zero point 0.5 minus 0.025. Supposed to be 0.75. You find from the inside. Inside. So what will be the figure? So what is the figure? From the table?
1.96.
We have 1.96, 1.96. Now, conclusion. Now, for conclusion tunajiuliza, where does where that 3.098 falls? So it is above 1.96. So we reject. Now, no, we reject alternative. Hypothesis. So we reject the alternative hypothesis. Then meaning, which is the last part. Now, what can we say about the meaning? So what were we testing? We're testing so the examiner choice wanasema so we were to test, advise the customer whether there is significant difference between the quality of the two brands of the mobile. So tunasema, so we may reject the null hypothesis, we may accept. So tunasema there is significance. There is significance difference. There is significance difference. So there is significance difference between quality, between quality, between quality, the two brands, the two brands, mobile phones. Mobile phones. So we were supposed to use the z-test. So hapo the z-test. The reason why is because mean is more than, so the A is more than 30, and the population is known. Now, nimeona hapo kuna swali lingine nimeona hapo. Question number 3A. Tulifanya jana. But 3 sinajua tulifanya. 3 sinajua tulifanya. That one is chi-square. That one we did. So what about question 3A? You do that one. That one is confidence interval. That one is confidence interval. You can try that one at your own time. So but hii ya confidence interval unajua hapa, what you need to remember is when you talk about confidence interval, it is mean plus or minus. So the sample size is 350. So we are using the Z, then we multiply by the standard error. Sawa. For example, for part A, so 95% constant interval. So let us see. So CI is equal to the mean. Mean ngapi? 38. This one is for question number 3A. Same sitting. Question number 3A. So the mean is 38,780. 38,780 plus or minus. So enda kwa table yetu ya Z. The figure tusema ni 1.964 for 5%. So 5% meaning 95 and 5 watts. Level of confidence. Then I need to multiply it with our standard error. So we say the standard error is standard deviation, which is 8750 over the square root of the 50. So that is part A. So that's how you find part A. I think haina mambo. So itakuwa ngapi? So 8750 divided by square root of 350, which is 467 times 1.96. Inakuwa, you can see CI confidence interval 438 780 plus or minus 917. Then find the upper limit. So upper limit. So itakuwa 38,780 plus 917, which is 39,697. Then you can find the lower limit. Lower limit. So we minus 37,863. So we can say 39,697 is greater than our mu, and our mu is greater than 37.863. That's our confidence interval. That one is our confidence interval. So that one is our confidence interval. Then part B, they were asking the sample size. They were asking the sample size. So if the mean is, so they were asking the sample size if the mean, so they were asking the sample size if the mean is, or if the confidence is 99%. So in short, inabaki hivyo. So 38,780 plus or minus, hii inakuwa ina change because 99% times 8750 over, you need to find n. So 99%, whatever, what will be 99%? So 99% kumaanisha ni two tail. Itakuwa ni, kama ni two tail, 99% itakuwa ni 0.5 minus 0.01 divided by 2. Tunaenda kwa table, tunatafuta 0. To find the z inside the table, 0.495 kwa sababu 99%. 0.495 from the table. Weke hapa, then you find the value of n. I think that one is fine. Let us go to unknown population. Let us see if we shall find one for unknown population. Now open the question for December 2022. Sorry, nasemaje? December 2022. December 2022.
Excuse me mwalimu. Hii 0.5 yenye unatumia kusubtract ili ufind z unatoa wapi?
Oh, 0.5. So unaweza fanya hivi, unaweza kufanya direct. si kanakaa hivi. So katikati, so kwa sababu ni normal distribution. So ni 0.5. So 0.5 una minus alpha divided by 2. Unaenda kwa table unaangalia direct. So alpha ilikuwa ni 5%. Ama kama sio hivyo, unachukua the full amount which unajua ni ngapi, ni 1 yote, si ndio? Minus our alpha unapata ngapi? So for example, ukichukua 1 minus 0.5%, 0.05 ni ngapi? 0.95. So our z itakuwa ni 0.5 divided by 2. Ile ufanye na hii ama ufanye na hii ya juu. So hiyo ni ya z. I think it's the same thing.
Okay.
0.4 ndio unaenda kuangalia kwa table. So nilikwambia hapa iko wapi hii 0.475. Na sasa 499 hapa utachukua 0.5 minus hapa alpha itakuwa ni 0.01. Itakuwa ni 0.5 minus 0.01 divided by 2. So kwa table utaangalia 0.495. Weke hapo. Then find the value of n kama itapatikana, but we shall try. Now, April 2022. So April 2022. Not April, December. December 2022. Question number 4. Question number 4. So that use it is the same, it is Z. The sample size is 60 machine. So that one is I think that one is fine. I think you can do it.
Yes, I can.
Sawa sawa. So let us continue. And so Jonas, sorry, unknown population, but let me show you how it looks like in the case of find it in an exam. For unknown population, when the sample size is less than 30. So this is the formula. So the rest is the same. Ina change ni hapo na kwa test. So when you find such kind of a thing, then the formula itatumia the t-test. The t calculated to be equal to, so x minus x over the square root of, we need to know that formula, n minus 1 times a squared, that's standard deviation squared of a, plus n minus 1 times standard deviation of b squared over na plus nb minus 2. Na answer utapata hapo, you multiply with 1 plus na plus 1 over nb. So now assume if it was for unknown population, if it was for unknown population, so hapa ita change, it will be a different figure because it's statistics. You need to find the degree of freedom. You also need to find the degree of freedom. Then ifanyie hapa degree of freedom. In this case, itakuwa ni n1a plus nb minus 2. Hiyo ni kumaanisha ni 200 plus 200 minus 2, which is 578. Which is 578. So unaenda kwa degree of freedom, unaenda kwa significance level, unateremka. Unaenda kwa two-tail, unaenda kwa t-test, kwa two-tail, unaenda kwa 0.05, unateremka hadi ufike kwa 578. Unaangalia penye iko the range. Unachukua hiyo figure, then you conclude. So that is the only the tofauti. So tofauti ni hapa na hapa. So the rest you can either state it as one tail or two tail, depending. But this one is the format. So that one is for a known population of which sijaona in our past paper. Then we go and discuss the last part of hypothesis, which will be the last part of this topic. So we discuss the case of a known population. The case of a known population. Unknown population with two proportion, with a single present a single proportion. So the case of unknown population and single proportion and single proportion and single proportion and single proportion. So allow me to do this one. So the case of unknown proportion of unknown population with a single proportion. Now in this case, we need to know when we use. So we have known for single. Let me see. In most cases, we use the Z table. For this one, let me see. if I can find a question for single proportion kidogo tu. Pata hiyo kweli. Let me see. Kama sijapata swali ya proportion. I think nimepata moja hapa. I think that one is fine. So, but in most cases, when we talk about proportion, we talk about Z. Let me write this question down, then we do it. So let me write it down. This question is so kitambo, it's a long time ago. It's very hard to get this paper. So I manufacture, a manufacturer of computer, a manufacturer of computer claims that his computer are operational for more than 80% of the time. For more than 80% of the time. During the course of the year, one computer was operational for 270 days. For 270 days. Test at the 1% level. Whether the manufacturer claim was justified. That's the question. That is the question. So we shall do it as one day. We shall do it as one day. So we shall say, so we state by state the hypothesis. We state the hypothesis, so this is the solution. We state the hypothesis. So we state the hypothesis, and we can, what can we say? So we can say HO. We can say the P naught, which is the sample population proportion. Population proportion equals the proportion. The population proportion is equals to the proportion. And then the null hypothesis, you can say the sample population, sample proportion is not equal to the population proportion. So the sample proportion is not equal to the population proportion. The population proportion. And how do we, so that is number one. Number two, we state level of significance. So this is step number next. Significance. And we state it as 1%. Step number three, we do the test statistics. Test statistic. Test statistic. So our test statistics, it is Z. Even the sample size is more than it is more than what? More than that. Now it is P minus P over, so this is the formula you're supposed to use, square root of, so lazima ukumbuke in an exam, P 1 minus P over N. So I need to find the P. So let us find P naught, I mean, P naught. Now, wametuambia kwa swali yetu that 80%, where is it? No, 80%, the manufacturer of computers claims that his computer are operational for more than 80% of the lifetime. 80% of the lifetime. So that one is P. So P is 80%. What about sample population? Now, for sample population, I say, during the course of the year, the computer was operational for only to 70 days. So it only to operate for only to 70 days. But how many days in a year? 365 times 100. So what will be our sample proportion? So the claim is 80, but what we saw to 70 divided by 365 times 100. I'm going to get 360. I'm going to get 360 the equal, assuming 360 days. But on it, it's equal number point. Yes, let's make it 360 equals 75%. Let's use 360 as number of days. Now, ukishapata hiyo, now we know our P. Itakuwaje? So tumeshapata our P and the other P. Aya, tutafuta. So ika kusema 0.75 minus 0.8 over the square root of, now P is 0.75. 1 minus 0.75 1 minus 0.75, which is 0.25 over the sample ilikuwa ngapi? The sample was 270. So we shall go with what will be the sample? Is it 270 or 365? Not the sample n. What will be our n? So this one means the z. We are using the population. So the population is the whole year. So out of 270, tunatumia 360. So hii inatumikanga wakati the population is known. So n is the total population. And therefore is 360 and not 70. So we can find that one. So 0.75 minus 0.8 minus 0.05 over 0.75 times 0.25 divided by 360. Then square root of the answer is 0.023. So then 0 minus 0.05 divided by answer. Here is minus 2.19. Minus 2.19. That is our Z. Now once we find our Z, next is division rule. Division rule. Now, what is Z? So hapa tutumie two tail ama one tail. Haya tutumie one tail greater than. So to assume the sample proportion is greater than the population, equal greater than. So let us use that one. So tunajua it is 0.01, 0.01. In this part, reject H1. Apokumbuka 0.01. Then tuko na hii accept HO up to that point. So tunaenda kwa table. So hii ni 0.5 minus 0.01. Ni ngapi? So tunaenda kwa table to look for that figure. So 0.05. Ama itakuwa 0.1, 0. Tatona. Inafaa ikuwe 0.95 pata tuone. 0.495 kwa table. Nafaa kuna kuangalia hiyo. 0.5 minus 0.001. 0.49. So kumbuka tunataka half. But ni moja iko sawa. 0.0.49. So unaenda kwa table. Unaangalia from ndani ukitoka nje. So what will be the figure if you were to look it from outside? Itakuwa ngapi? There's something nimekumbuka. Let me check kidogo. Niona kama tumefanya kidogo tu. Unapata ngapi ukiingilia na hiyo?
Two point three two.
2.32.
Yeah.
So umesema 2.2,
32.
2.6,
2.32.
2.32. Now you compare it with minus. So is it on the right side or on the left side?
Left.
So kama iko on the left, we accept. So a conclusion, we accept the null hypothesis. We accept the null hypothesis. Then the meaning, the meaning is, so whether the claim was justified, we can say that the claim is justified. So the manager's claim is justified. You may accept. Kama to reject, tungesema the manager's claim is not justified. It's not justified. Now, the last part. The last part ni kuhusu unknown population, two samples, then proportion difference. So unknown population with two sample, and proportion difference. And proportion difference. And proportion difference. So that one we can find it in which sitting. It was there. Let me see. Nilikuwa nimeona somewhere. Let me find it. May 2019. May 2019. So May, that will be our last part of hypothesis. May 2018. Number 1C. So yeah, 2018. I think hayo tumefanya. You can do it. You have to see a proportion kumbe. That one is for difference between two mean. You have to make a t-test. So you're supposed to be May 2019. It's number 3B. Supposed to be May 2019. Which is number 3B. So that one for 2018. That one is possible. Sawa sawa. That's it. So tukifanya swali, the first thing you need to state is the hypothesis. So you are supposed tafuta hapa sioni. So we come up with by first stating the hypothesis. We state the hypothesis. We state the hypothesis. Now, how do we state it? Let me go to that question first. Number 3 being part B. Part B. So better limited this with manufacturing of detergent. A survey undertaken to determine the percentage of residents who use Safi. We that out of 500 residents selected randomly, only 10% use campaign that cost 2.5. Now the keyword there appear is the word randomly. To get the word randomly, you have to the Z test. You can original randomly. Random, it was done randomly. That I believe that one is Z. In order to increase the usage of Safi among the residents, the government undertake an advertisement campaign that costs 2.5. A survey undertaken after the campaign revealed that out of the 600 selected, 0% used Safi. So null hypothesis. So the first P, so the first proportion equals to the second proportion. Then the next one, the first proportion is not equal to the next. And then we state significance level. So what will be a significance level? So I'm 5%. Next is T statistics, which can be Z or T, but in this case, majority is Z. Now, this is the format. P minus over the square root of nione nasemaje, kuna venye inakaa tuweke Bible itakuwa P, nimepotea tena, times Q now. Do you have a question yetu? Naona hiyo izifanya. This one is where we have two sample. Let me see kidogo tu. Sawa, iko sawa, nimeona. Itakuwa P times Q over N1 to the NA plus PQ and N2 NB. So our Z, so it doesn't have PA. So our PA, turudi kwa swali tuone. PA ni 0.1, 10%. So 10% used Safi before advertisement. So 10% used Safi before advertisement. Then after advertisement, what the proportion that use Safi? 15% to 0.15. Then we need to find the P. So after working up, find P. So P times Q over N. So the formula for find P is equals to P1 over N1 plus P2 over N2 over N1 plus N2. In this case, ni ngapi? So P1 ni 0.1 hii. N1 sorry ni ngapi? Ni 500 plus P2 ni 0.15 times sample size ni 600 over 500 plus 600. Lazima utafute P without there's something due. Nataka kusema 0.1 times 500 plus 0.15 times 600 divided by 500 plus 600, which is 0.127. Meaning, what will be our Q? So Q is 1 minus P, which is 1 minus 0.127. So 1 minus 0.127, which is 0.87. Take it into decimal place. Let's put it into decimal place. Equals 0.3 is to create a time kubwa. Ilikuwa 1 minus 0.13 0.8. So tulikuwa tuweke hapa. So P 0.13 times 0.87 over 500 plus 0.87 and 0.13 divided by 600. We find the Z. So 0.1 minus 0.15 minus 0.05 over 0.13 and 0.87 divided by 500 plus 0.87 and 0.13 divided by 600 and then square root. Napata 0.02. So minus 0.05 divided by answer. Napata minus 2.46. So ukishafanya hiyo, unaenda next. So decision rule. Decision rule. Now our decision rule ni kwamba it is z-test. It is z-test. So hapo katikati we accept HO. Na hapa we reject H1. Na pia hapa we reject H1. Significance level is 0.05 divided by 2, which is 0.025. 0.025. So kwa table yetu, we're supposed to look 0.5 minus 0.025. So tunaenda kwa table from inside. So 0.475. Then according to gram 1.96. Ama ni ngapi? 0.75.
Ni 1.96.
Yes, 1.96. Now unajiuliza yetu, is it within or outside? Negative 2.46. Is it katikati, right or left?
Left.
So we reject the null So we reject the alternative. Alternative hypothesis. Then meaning and the meaning now we can say clearly that advertising campaign advertising campaign advertising campaign advertising campaign increased the usage of Safi amongst residents residents. So advertisement campaign increased the usage of Safi So May 2017. So we have May 2017. May 2017. Question number 3A. So May 2017. Question number 3A. So we have two kind of equation. Let me share with you. Uangalie zote mbili. Kama not possible, we can do it here. We have this question for May 2017. Question number 3A. And we have another one here for November 2016. Number 1C. Question. Number 1C. Niziangalia hizo. We can try. So let's try that one for May 2017 first. Wanasema Mwangaza Limited deals with production of electric bulbs. A number sample of 10 electric bulbs produced by the company give the following results. Then you have been given a mean. The hypothetical mean of the population is 4,000 hours. Just 5% significance level, whether the significant difference between the mean and population, sample mean and population mean. So unakuja nasema hapa number 1, you state the hypothesis. You state hypothesis. Now HO na H1. HO, mean population equals to the sample population, or the mean population is not equal to the sample mean population. So mean population is not equal to the mean of the sample. Number 2, significance level. Significance level. And we say it is 5% according to the equation. And then T statistics, tests, not T. Test statistic. So test statistics, we can say, do we use T test or Z test? It is T test. The reason why? Because of the sample. So the sample is also the X mean minus mu over standard deviation root of N. So we need a working. So we need to find mean. So let us find mean X bar. So tuko na lifetime, which is 4,400, 4,800, that is 700, 3,900, 5,500, 4,000, 3,700, 4,100, 4,000, 54. I think it's a ni 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then you can inaonekana so add them together ndio tupate mean. Mara ningefanya hivi. So 4400, 4800, 3700, 3900, 5500, 4,000, 3700, 4100, plus 4,000, plus 400, which is 43,500. Now remember, for us to find the mean, the total over N. So 43,500 divided by 10. One got 4,350. Write the mean. That is the mean. Now, tumepata mean, na tunajua T calculated the mean, which is 43,50 minus mu, walituambia ni ngapi? Hypothetical mean 4,000. We need standard deviation. How do we get standard deviation? Nitafutia hapa, itakuwa ni x bar minus mu squared. Kisha tafuta, then we divide by n. We find the square root. That will be our mean. So n minus 1. So we know standard deviation is equal to n minus mu squared over n minus 1 in this case. Then we tafute so ya kwanza itakuwa ni 4400 minus 4,000 squared. This one is 160,000. 4800. Ni hii. Tunasema 4350 minus 4350 minus 4400 squared. Inakuwa 2,025.00. Tukitoka kwa 44 tunaenda kwa 48. Mbona imekuwa kubwa hivyo? 20,25.00. Ngoja nirudie ingine kidogo. Pia 44. Sawa, iko sawa. Tunaenda kwa 37.00. Hizo ni 422,500. Nikitoka hapo naenda kwa 39. 2025.00. Kutoka kwa 39 naenda kwa 55. Inatupatia 1322,500. 1322,500. Tunaenda kwa 4,000. 4,000. 122,500. 500. Kwa 37 ni 422,500. Tunaenda kwa 41. 625.00. 625.00. Tunaenda kwa 4,000. 122,500. Au tunamalizia kwa 54. 110,25.00. So let us add them together. Let us add them together. So 25.00, 202, 500, 422, 500, 202, 500, 1322, 500, 122, 500, 122, 500, 422, 500, 62, 500, 122, 500, 11, 25, 00. Ingine umepata 39, 85,000. So, kuja tuweke hapa 39, 85,000. It was 10 minus 1. Sasa ilikuwa 10. So what will be our standard deviation? So to be a standard deviation, nirudisha hapa juu kidogo. X bar minus mu over n minus 1 squared square root. Nikuja hapa 39, 85,000 over 9. So 39, 85,000 divided by 9, then square root, which is 665.42. So let's do our Z, which is 4350 minus 4,000 over 642 square root of 10. To find that one, that one is T. Si bwana mbona naweka Z. It is T. T calculated. T calculated. Itakuwa ngapi? So that one is 665.42 divided by square root of 10. 10 to 10. So tunasema 4350 minus 4,000 divided by answer. This one is 1.663. Now, next is our division rule. Our division rule. What will be our division rule? Because someone did test, and it is 210 according to what we have done. Hapa is 210. Sawa. Now what we do, our alpha 0.05 divided by 2, 0.025. We're supposed to reject this side, H1. We're also supposed to reject this side. And then katikati we accept HO. Now, so it is T. So we need degree of freedom. So degree of freedom it will be equal to n minus 1, which is n minus 1, 10 minus 1, which is 9. Tutaenda kwa table yetu kwa 210, wenda unafika kwa 0.05, hapo tutamka chini kwa 9. I think we shall get 2.262. Tuta confirm 2.262 equal to minus 2.262. And then the last step, the second and last, conclusion. Conclusion. So what is our conclusion? So 1.63 is inside katikati. So it lies within the region which is not shaded. So we accept null hypothesis. And then meaning meaning. So to accept, so kama to accept the null hypothesis, what would be your conclusion? To accept the null hypothesis, meaning so there is no
There is-
significance.
Is it there is no
There
yeah
is
there's significant difference in the means.
there is significant difference within the mean. Yeah. So there is. So that is all about that one. I think that one is the end of our question. There's nothing else concerning that one. I think that one now is fine. You can try December 2017, December 2017 and November 2016. So try the two of them. The procedure is the same. So the procedure is the same. So for 2016, you have before advertisement and after. For you to get the difference, hapa umeshapewa, umepatiwa x na u. So utakuwa unachukua, for example, unaona hapo ni 165 minus 170 squared, 140 minus 141 squared, 143 minus 142 squared. Ushapata, then we shall find the standard deviation. Then the rest unafuatilia hapo hivyo. That is for November 2016. So that one marks the end of hypothesis. We shall learn tomorrow from the descriptive statistics. Mostly we might finish the syllabus either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Mostly. Haiwezi pita kesho kutwa. Because the descriptive statistics ni kadogo, that one is we can do it even within 20 minutes or 30 or 40. Ama sema 1 hour. Then tufanye probability. So at most also 1 hour. Because already tulishafanya Venn diagram. The Venn diagram is part of Venn diagram na set theory, it was within the probability. So hiyo tumeshafanya. So tukuja kumalizia normal distribution, akina Poisson na hao wengine. Au tumalizia na descriptive statistics. Hiyo tukitafuta mean, median, mode. Hiyo tukifanya swali moja kuna kila kitu. Then that mark will be the end of descriptive statistics. So up to that point, submit tomorrow for descriptive statistics.